Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, A Peacesent Makeover. Today I'm joined by
the Perseverance guys.
I'm going to be checking out Jordan Peterson article, Message to Muslims. Wow, this is my first time watching Jordan Peterson videos about Muslims.
I think I've checked this out before with Pastor Silas.
Oh wow, I'm excited. I want to see Jordan Peterson's message. I want to hear what he has to say. So guys, without further ado,
let's get started.
Hi all. I have been informed by many sources and also observed online, not least because of my discussions with a variety of Muslim thinkers, supporters and critics, that I have developed an audience in the Muslim world. I would first like to say that I could not be more pleased or honored that such is the case. It has been so heartening to see that my biblical lectures, for example, attracted a large Muslim audience, and that the comments from the Muslim watchers and listeners to my YouTube channel and podcast have been so extraordinarily positive. And all this is lovely to see in the aftermath of the extraordinary Abraham Accords, which have laid out the possibility for peace between all the people of the book in an unprecedented manner. And I have something to say as an extension of all of this. Please forgive my presumption, if you would. It is time for those of you in the Muslim world to stop fighting among yourselves, you Shiites and Sunnis, and also time to stop regarding the Christians, and even more specifically, the Jews, as your enemies. Why? Not least because you have the enemy located in the wrong place. First, the best place to find Satan, let's say, is within. If you think the true enemy is in someone else's heart, then you haven't thought nearly long enough about the darkness within, and you have therefore fallen prey to the most subtle temptation of the ancient demonic spirit. So your best bet on the spiritual warfare front is to make of yourself and your Muslim practice something so admirable that the light shining from your well-constituted psyches and productive, generous, and wise actions is so intense that people convert to your faith from sheer admiration. There's a goal. Second, far more unites you with the other people of the book, as your own prophet himself, peace be unto him, forthrightly said, than what divides you. You all believe, for example, in a book. You all believe, for example, in God, and believe that you have an ultimate duty to that God. You are all followers of a prophetic tradition, and that is a tradition that unites the wisdom of the past with the vision and voice of those willing to see and speak truly and lovingly in the present. And you are all threatened, in a very real sense, by the system of vengeful Luciferian ideas that currently confronts all that is transcendent, traditional, and valuable on the sexual front, on the familial front, on the conceptual front, on the psychological and sociological front, and, in the final analysis, on the theological front. So, how about we all quit squabbling over trinkets and details and face the real problem? And I should also point out that it is not the individual carriers of the woke, politically correct, degenerate neo-Marxist ideas that should be regarded as the enemy either. First, we must take the idea that the satanic impulse within is the prime enemy with all due seriousness. Second, we must understand that even those quite possessed by the spirit of Cain that attracts and drives confused and lost people to the Luciferian ideologies of the materialist utopians are, in the ideal, fully redeemable and only partially consumed. Even the committed student ideologues who have, for example, attacked me and others like me rather viciously, are generally, say, 90% or perhaps 80, reasonable and potentially civilized people who could still see the light. Muslims, reach across the sectarian divide. Shiites, find a Sunni pen pal. Communicate with someone on the other side. Sunnis, do the same. And then, maybe, reach out, tentatively, to a Christian, or even, heaven forbid, a Jew. Because perhaps it is time for those who purport to be followers of God to act like it, and to be convincing in those actions, even to those whose premature cynicism and skepticism have driven them into the towers of Babel, constructed by the avatars of the resentful intellect. Is there someone in the Muslim world willing to build an electronic system to bring people from the Sunni and Shiite community together? A place where people of goodwill could reach electronically across the divide, person to person, and to formulate the kinds of personal, trusting friendships upon which a lasting peace truly might be founded? A place where Jews and Christians, willing and eager to open communication with their Muslim brothers, might do just that? There's a task for someone looking for a purpose, and it's an open invitation to do just that. If you build it, they will come. If you build it, get in touch with me. You'll figure out how to do it, and I'll publicize it. Thank you, all my Muslim listeners, watchers, and readers, for your kind attention and patience. I wish you well as you strive to become the light in the world that your faith truly demands. Let's see if we can unite as people of the book and negotiate our way toward the paradise that we might truly and jointly attain.
We spoke like a professor.
Yeah.
This was amazing. I love his explanation. Watching it again for the second time, I kind of have the same opinion. I know Sunni and Shia, they mostly don't, it's like, let me don't call it water and fire. That is too harsh. I know that they don't agree in some certain sense. The Sunni feel like the Shia are not really practicing the religion, and the Shia feel like the Sunni are not really practicing the religion itself. That itself is a debate for another day. What he's trying to say is like you guys should come together as one, and you should not see the Christian or Jewish as your enemy. They are greater. We have spiritual battles we're fighting. The physical we are, it's just physical. This is normal lifestyle and disagreement. But there's a spiritual battle we ought to be talking more about, not about condemning this. This religion is not practicing the right thing. This religion is not practicing the right thing. You should try bring them together and hear their perspective. That's why I keep on reacting to Muslim video. That is the reason why I continued, because of discrimination and people commenting negative comments on my comment section. That doesn't mean I will stop reacting to it. That should not be my main excuse, and that is bad. I ought to know more. I ought to learn more. I ought to come in contact with these people and understand their own perspective more, and tell them how my own perspective, how my own lifestyle, how Christian is all about. That is the right thing to do. So irrespective of the negative comments or the bashing or the insults, I will still not stop, because what matters is us coming together as one, because we are all one, irrespective of our religions and differences. We are all one. So we should come together and show love and be in peace. So we have a greater enemy, which is the Satan, according to what he said. So we are ourselves, we are humans. So we should be like brothers and sisters to each other instead of rivals. So this video itself was really amazing, and I love his explanation. He was speaking like a professor. So it's hard for some people to grab everything he's saying, but he's just being plain and being truthful to himself. This was amazing. I really enjoyed myself watching it. What do you think?
I enjoyed the video. I really like the fact that I spoke about it. I feel, just like you said, we have spiritual battles we need to face. So fighting with religious people in the physical realm is, I feel, is unnecessary because we are all one. We are all in the same space. And if you don't show love with people living with you on earth, then who are you going to show it to? Or are you just going to be nice or be good to just people of your own kind and then leave other aspects of people because they are not your kind of people? That's favoritism, and I don't think that's what any book teaches us. I just feel we should all learn to understand and accept people for who they are. And the two type of moves that you mentioned, honestly I don't know much about it, so I'm not going to emphasize on that. But I feel it should not be a barrier for you communicating with people in the same religion with you, because when it comes to Christianity, we have Catholic, we have Pentecostals, we have different sets, like even the 7 days Adventists, like there are different broadness of Christianity. People have different way they understand it, different way they practice it, but it does not mean that if I'm to see a Christian on the road and I'll look at him like, oh, you're not practicing the same way I'm practicing, so I don't like you or I'm not going to talk to you. I just feel people have their own free way to do things, so you shouldn't hold that against them or feel bitter or have this kind of perception about it. Don't make what people your enemies. There's a lot of issues in life that you need to face, then holding grudges against people that didn't offend you though. Well, this was a wonderful video. Please do let us know what you think about our reaction. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share our videos.
See you in the next one.